Hi everyone, welcome back to Plum Mashable. So for this week's decoration I'm doing a bit of a romantic vintage vibe. So if you want to see how this one came together, then just keep watching. Alright, so this one's going to be a little mixed media-y, a little messy. I'm really enjoying doing vintage stuff at the moment. I've got all of these die cuts and stickers and bits and pieces from different places. I will talk to you about each of them as we go along. There's some here from Washi Gang, there's some here from Luscious labels. But we'll just sort of play with those as we go. I'm going to start off with a bit of gel pressy fun. So I'm just grabbing that out. So usually when I do my vintage stuff, or my vintage, I try and turn my pages a slightly different colour because, you know, vintage isn't white. And usually I'll just ink blend it. I thought today I'd try with the gel press. It's going to give me a different look, and that's okay. But I thought I'd just play with it. So I'm going to start off with some antique linen on here. So just all the way along there. This isn't going to give me brown. It's going to give me a bit more yellow, which is fine. It's just something different. I'm just going to give a little... I guess I give a little bit of water, but I locked it. Charlotte was in here the other day. So a little bit of water on there just to give it a slightly different finish. Kind of going to be a bit more milky this way. I am, because I get nervous. I get nervous going direct to paper with my planner, like with something I haven't tried before. So I'm just going to... Ooh, that looks nice. Grab just another piece of paper and just test it first. Just make sure I'm happy with what it looks like and sort of what it's going to do. Because I don't mind having multiple prints. Ooh. It's maybe got a little bit too much water to it. So that's alright, I've learnt. So we'll just use a little bit less. We just won't use water, that's fine. So I'm just going to all over that. And then just brayer it in a little just to smooth it out. There's a bit of fluff on here which I'll try and pick up. And then now we go direct to paper. So the best part about the start of the month is that only one of these sides is going to have another week on it. So if I make a mess, it's okay. So I'm just rubbing that in. And then we'll pull that up. Oh, now that's very subtle to me and to you, but that's exactly what I wanted. It's given me that old papery look that I was hoping for. Yay, cool. And then I'm just going to add. That's just more antique linen. There's nothing else added there. But I just want to add just another little bit. I don't want perfection here. I want a bit of texture. Yes. So we do the same thing on the other side. And then this is where I like to have my tester sheet and I can just try some things. So this is Frayed Burlap. It's a slightly darker, like it's a brown, but it's a very, very cool, kind of messy brown. I don't know how to explain that in a different way. I just want to put, I'm going to grab my pull sheet that I tried before. Just, yeah, that's what I want. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to try and do that. Things I've learned with gel press. It never works the same way twice. It's sort of like a touch pull. There must be a bit more than I wanted, but it's just a bit of a that's good. So it's very light. That's better. That's good. That's good. That's what I wanted. It's very light. It's a very much a drop it on there. I'm not trying to get a big press. I just want a little bit of colour differentiation, just to add to it. Oh, that was a good little touch. Okay. So give the gel press, yeah, that's what it's called. I don't know why I thought for a minute there that's not what it was called. Just give the gel press a bit of a once over with the baby wipe. This baby wipe is actually almost dry. It was sticking out, so it's just a little bit of moisture on that. And then to kind of add that little bit more texture, which is scaring me a bit because I don't play with sprays very often. These are my Kaisercraft Kaisermists. I use these so irregularly. But I'm just going to put them in my splat box because I don't want this to go everywhere. That's my tester page. Like I said, very irregular use, so it's probably all messed up. And I think that's too much. That's not the spray I want. Alright. It is. It's the colour I want, but I don't want that finish. So I'm just going to spray some here on my mat. I was hoping it'd be a little bit less messy than that, but it's a really big paintbrush. Just adding hoping not to get it all over my other bits of paper and things. I was hoping that would be a bit more splatter. That's a bit better. That's kind of better. Alright. It is going everywhere. I'm going to have brown paint on me for days, but that's okay. But I want that splat look. I don't want the small splat look. I want the, yeah, big splat look. That's better. Righto. I'm going to have brown splat on me for days. That's okay. Alright. I'm just going to hit both of these with my heat tool just to dry them off. And then we can work on the next bit. Alright, so from here, I'm going to grab in a couple of different things. So like I said, I've got these gorgeous little things from, this is like a die cut set that came from Washi Gang, and I love some of these kind of, they almost look like tattoos. They're not, but, and then I've got the gorgeous Luscious labels, stickers. Got some of these as well. I don't quite know how I'm going to join them all together, but that's sort of where my mind's going here. I definitely want to add in some colour. Oh, but that. Oh dear. So I think for this, I wish it went that way. I really do, because it is a gorgeous pocket. So what I'm going to do, I want it to stay as a pocket. So I'm going to fold this. I really wish it was just a little bit wider, but anyway. Actually, I've got a better idea. I know I want that on that side. I'm not putting extra days or dates or anything on this one. I'm going to leave I haven't done that for so long, leave the days exactly the way they are. So I'm going to put that. I might do the pocket last. I know what I want to do, I just need to make it work. So I'm just trying to work. I love that bit of paper. No, I can't put that in that. Oh, I can. So if that pocket's going to live, so put that pocket on that side and that can then live there. Okay, we're just working this out. It needs some tearing. It needs some tearing, this vintage. And then maybe that down the side, because it'll vellum out underneath so you won't see it. And then we can add in, some of these are stickers, so this one's a sticker, but some of them are actually vellum stickers like the Luscious Labels one, so I can rub these in and they'll almost disappear, which I think will be beautiful. I feel like I just need to do it because I'm sitting here and I'm procrastinating. So I'm going to start with this corner because I feel like otherwise I'm just going to sit here. I have brown marks all over my hands. It's so gross. So I want this to sit off because I don't want the rounded edge in the corner. So I'm putting that down. I'm just going to trim the excess off in a minute. Oh, I love that so much. And we're going to put this one, this one's got a straight edge, so I'm going to use it a bit more. I just wish it wasn't right over the top of my days, but I think it'll be fine. Alright, so for that, I'm actually going to just come down the edge a little bit. There we go. There's a little bit of this newsprint left over, so I've gone off the edge. So I'm going to use it. I'll just trim that up the side. There we go. So I've got a little bit there. And I'm going to put the other edge, even though it's straight, on the other kind of corner. Oh, that looks pretty. I don't mind that it's not perfect or not, it doesn't look exactly what it's supposed to look. I think that's okay. We're going for that look anyway, so we'll just run with it. Oops. And I'm just staying off the top and the bottom because I have some washi that I can use in a second. And we're going to do some layers. Alright, so that one just looks beautiful. I love that. Okay, so I want it in the middle. I'm scared to tear it. I'm just going to add in a bit of washi first. So this one here is from Hobby Hoppers, and it's a vintage newsprint. That's actually sort of what it's trying to be. I'm just going to tear it down the edge here, trying to roughly keep to the same angle as the little writing there. And on the top, I'll run it across the whole thing. And I don't mind that the July's underneath it. I do wish a little bit that it was, a little bit less, to see if anything else I've got is kind of what I want it to be, and I don't think it is. I really love this one. It's a newsprinty kind of one that I think I got off of Shine, which I'm going to use in a minute to kind of layer some things up. I wish it went the other way. This is another one that I don't use often enough, but I'm going to use it in a minute. Okay. I just really don't want to. I feel like it doesn't need the washi. Not in this sense. It needs something, but it doesn't need that. It needs almost to be skinny. Alright, this is where I'm just going to start doing stuff, or I'm never going to do it. I'm going to just ignore my want. So I'm going to use this kind of tape to... I'm deliberately being messy with this. Like it's a deliberate kind of thing. Just want to see what this looks like. It may not quite give me the, ooh, no, that's what I want. Alright, so I'm just grabbing that little bit that I trimmed off. So it's going to give me this little sort of news printy kind of look. Oh, I like that. And this bit, it's so pretty. I'm just not quite sure how to do what I want to do with it. don't know how that makes sense, but alright, so I'm just going now. I'm stopping thinking too much and I'm just going. Oops, that's alright. And then I am just going to tear this around the edge. All the way around, because I don't want it to be perfect. I want it to be a bit messy. Just trying not to tear off too much because it's just gorgeous. This is where someone's going to tell me that there's like a distressor or something, which I know that there are things such as that would have been much easier to use there. And I know that, I just don't have one. So if someone can tell me where's a good place to get one, I'll go and find one. So just glue tape all over the back of that. Oh, I love that. And then I'm just, it's not pulling it up again, it's just giving it a bit of dimension just by scratching at the edges a little bit. Alright. Then I want to add in some of these black and white ones. Alright, and then before I put the rest of the stickers and bits on, I just need to add in a couple of boxes. So like I said, I'm going to leave the... I'm really loving that. It's just, there's something different about it and I like it. I'm grabbing my Oscar and Lou sticker book. And in here I've got a couple of little boxes here with the brown. Now I don't use the browns particularly often, so I think that'll work. And Charlotte's got 3 appointments this week, which feels like a lot. So I'm just going to put one of these in on Monday, one of them in on Wednesday, and then one of them in on Thursday. Now that is very, 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 very white. So I'm going to fix that. I'm just going to not fix it yet because I need to fix it all at the same time. So I've got those ones. Maybe that's what we do. Okay. So rather than using this big one, only because the paper colour doesn't quite match up on this. So what I'm going to do is fold this over, give it enough of a hinge. What have I got here that, let's just try this. So I'm just grabbing my scissors. This probably won't work, just side note. Oh no, maybe it will. I'm just distressing the edge. And it doesn't matter if it tears or rips or does whatever. It's just about making it messy. And I like this better than the tearing because I don't feel like I'm wasting as much. That's better. And then just to add just a little, just around the edges. Alright. And then my mail, where'd my lid go? There it is. My mail list for the week can sit down in behind that. I think that'll look really nice actually. So we'll put big run of tape there and just stick that down. Just like the blue. I like the, oh, that's actually really pretty. I like that. Okay. Just want to add, I don't know if I can do this with washi tape. No, you can't. Just just want to add a bit more. So that's kind of a bit of a map, so it's not as noticeable that it doesn't necessarily go straight. Whereas the newsprint looks a bit more funny. So these are from Luscious labels as well. And then I really want to use this one here with the big bit in it. So I'm just trimming this out. This whole page is adhesive. So I'm just trimming it out to get it sort of nice. And then I'm coming in, not as close as I can get, but I'm coming in reasonably close to the foliage here. Just to get a slightly different kind of look to the one we had on the other side. So I'm going to run this through my Xyron machine. And the reason I do that is it then turns the vellum into a sticker and you don't see it as much. So you won't see the adhesive quite as much as you would have otherwise. I'm just putting that sort of like off to the side there. Whoops. And then we'll come in with this flower and just kind of join those two up. And then just the last thing I'm going to do before I put a little bit more of the, actually no, do that first. So I'm just going to grab my blending brush. This is just my brown one and just whatever's on it. The idea here is not to be perfect. I'm just pulling the colour back. And then I'm also going to grab, while I'm here, what I use for my appointment stuff. And that way I can make these brown at the same time as well. Now the only one I need to find is I've got her swimming ones somewhere. I just can't remember where I can remember. I know where they are. I just can't find them. So I just need to find her swimming pool ones, but they are around, but I'm just not going to put them on for now. There we go. I'm just going to be a little bit more light-handed this time. I was a bit rough there and kind of messed up my look. Here we go. Alright, so what was the last thing? Oh, so then this washi, I've had this in my collection forever. Just forever. And it's got words on it. And I've never actually run them all through to see what they say, but I really have this want to put text on there. So this one's got the smell after rain, which I think is just perfect for all this one where I've got all these florals. So that one's just going to go there. Actually, I'm going to move it just a little bit. That's what I love about washi. It gives you time. So now it sits just out here. What else have I got? I've got quiet, trust, what if, wonder. So there's one here that says a splendid adventure. I'm just going to put that just here. I just think that looks really cool there. And then I'm just going to add a couple of these other smaller words just randomly around the place. So I've got shimmer, and I'm just trimming off the extra sort of bit. So I've got this one here that says what if. I'm just trying to sneak that under here a little bit. I don't like trust or quiet. And I'm just going to grab this last one. This just says wander, which I think would be really pretty just over here. And just the way that's torn, it just looks like it's sort of peeking out from behind that. Alright, so the last thing I'm going to add, because I just need to add, oops, I missed a spot with the brown. Last thing I'm just going to add actually two more things, sorry, two more, because I'm crazy. I just want to add a little bit of white. So this is just white watercolor paint. It's just from Kmart. It is the cheapest stuff you can find. and that's fine, that's all I need it to be. Just want to add just a little bit, sort of just on these little bits. I don't want too much, and I don't want it to look over the top, but I just want just a little bit of white as well. And then last but not least, and I might do it in a slightly different way. I need to just punch these holes too. I've just noticed them. I forgot that I stuck my stickers over some of them. I was trying to find some wax paper. I thought I had some, but apparently I don't. But I just want to add a little wax seal. So when I was cleaning the other day, I found here in my office, which I didn't realise I had. I thought I threw it all away. My wax seal kit. So I thought I'd just give that a try and just put a little wax seal to kind of close this off. So I'm just going to light my little candle and do my thing here, melt it. I'm going to put it down on the glass so that I've got a chance of actually getting it up. That was where I wanted the wax, so you can kind of manipulate a little bit. I might actually try and put it down on my sticker paper here. That might work. I've just got soot everywhere because haven't used that in so long. So I'm just going to go ahead and do this really quickly. I have this really pretty kind of copper colour, and I've got this cute little leaf which I think works in perfectly with what we've been doing. So I'm going to give it a go. May not work, but let's try. So now that my office smells a bit like it's burning, I finally got it. It took me probably 3 goes. It's still not perfect, but I'm okay with it. I don't know if this is going to work. This is just a little bit of, it's actually the Kmart watercolor paint. I'm just sticking my finger in it. I just want to rub this over the top. So the wax that I used did have a bit of metallic to it. It's this one here. I just want a little bit more. So I'm just adding that on top. I don't think it actually does as much as I wanted it to. I was hoping it would give me a bit more. If I had some like wax or something, I think that would work beautifully there, but I don't. So we're just going with what I've got. And then I thought just simply for a second there, oh, I'll just put a little bit of heat on there and that'll dry it off, but then that'll melt the wax. Just to stick it down, I'm just going to grab a glue dot. So So I want this to be, this is actually a mini glue dot, but it'll do the job. Because I want this to be able to be sort of not picked up. Actually, double-sided tape probably would have worked as well. A couple of glue dots just in a line for the side that I am happy for, that I don't want to tuck anything under, and then one extra glue dot on the side that I want to stay down. So just putting that there, just giving it a bit of a push. It's pretty solid now, so I think it'll be fine. I took a bit more of that paint off, but and that way this can sort of open and close. I just tuck it in. Could have looked cool at the top there as well, but I think it looks fine there. I think I'm happy. I think I'm happy. Just, there's something about this side that's just not quite right. It needs a pop. It hasn't got the same colour payoff that the other side does. This one's got that sort of pop of pink. So I'm just going to add this one. This is another kind of what's the word I'm looking for? The Vellum-y kind of sticker. I'm just squidging it in there. That's better. It evens it out now. It just seems to be a bit more colour. Just a bit more of that. And then I think do I have one that says moments? No, I don't think I do. So I'm just grabbing this one here that says moments. Actually, I'm going to do one more thing. So I'm just going to grab this. This one's just going to sit here that just says moments, but there's another one just on top of it that I actually threw away. But it actually just says quiet. I think that'll look really lovely. Sort of stacked up together. Quiet moments. There we go. I don't quite know what to call this. Vintage, mess, crazy, whoopsies. I went a bit far. I think the wax was a little too far. I think everything else is fine. I think just the wax I might have overreached just a little. I also don't know how to use wax seals very well, so if someone wants to teach me, I'm happily going to learn. I do love those though. I think I might have to get some more. And that bit of washi tape behind that actually just makes it pop, which I really, really love. So there we go. Let me know what you think. You can leave me a comment down below. Of course, you can find me on my socials. If you did enjoy this one, please give it a big old thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and let me know if there's a kind of decoration you'd love to see. I hope you have an absolutely awesome rest of your day, and I will catch you again in my next video. Sending lots of huggles.